What's up guys, They Coming, and today I'm here recapping the latest CWL war with BostonTeaParty. This weekend we matched with Reddit Elephino, and we had our first victory of the season, 85 stars to 81. 93.67% to 92.90%. So while the stars tell a very, decisive victory for us, the percentage game was actually quite a bit closer. Reddit Elephino had some really great 10v10 percentages. Unfortunately, not able to pick up any 3 stars in that area. We also were unable to pick up any 10v10 triples ourselves, but it all came down to the Town Hall 11 play. If you look at the war details, all 3 of our Town Hall 11s did have 3-star attacks on both of their dips apiece. So our 11s had an amazing war, and we're super happy about that. Mark, I believe this is his first CWL war with us. He's a member of Knights of Zion, which is our sister clan. So this is his first participation with us in the CWL wars. Mr. Smiley and Sphere, of course, have been in our past 2 wars and still crushing it. And we have some Beast 11. Super happy to have those guys in the clan. Let's look at some of the details here. So one thing that you need to realize when we look at the enemy war map are these 2 Town Hall 10s. We're not going to watch these replays because I have some really great 3 stars to show you, but this is Old Dirty Basket, hitting 69 and 68% 2 stars on Town Hall 10. So the way that we were able to do this is their Town Hall 10s, these 2 bases had the Town Halls on the very edge of the base. So basically when you look at that as a Town Hall 9, you can say, okay, as long as I can get that Town Hall, I can get a 1 star. Okay, well then where do you get the rest of the percentage? Well, most of the time, I think for both of these attacks, he took a Queen Walk and extra Baby Dragons to clean extra percentage on those attacks. Really skillfully done in that regard. Anyways, let's go down and check out some of our 6-packers this war. Obviously, our Town Hall 11s, absolutely beast. Super happy about that. Klaus and Chimps both were on dip duty. We made some choices, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. I had a 6-pack. Jewboy John had a 6-pack. Landlord, Luke Brady, both had 6-packs. Excellent job to those people. I mean, I think there were only a few of our 9s that couldn't pick up a triple this war, so across the board, much happier with our Town Hall 9 play this war. I know last week I was a little bit beside myself about the Town Hall 9 play, but we had a much better fortune this week. I think our guys just really sort of put their nose to the grindstone and were a little bit better about planning their attacks and sort of recognizing the bases and what they could do against certain base archetypes. So I think we're starting to play a little bit smarter at the Town Hall 9 level. That I'm really happy about. Anyways, anything else that I can comment about here? I don't think so. We did have plenty of opportunities for 10v10 triples, and we definitely took that as, okay, we pretty much won the war in the last hour and a half, so we had plenty of Town Hall 10 hits that were like, okay, let's pretend like we're really trying to triple 10. So we had a nice little plan. Unfortunately, our guys just weren't able to pick up that extra 10v10 triple, but that's something that we're definitely working on, is our 10v10 play and continuing to push our Town Hall 9 play to be more and more consistent. Okay, let's start looking at these replays here. I will show to start my attack on number 18, just because, oh my word, this was such a pretty attack. And this is the attack that I made my last video on, which is the AQ charge drag attack with a Kibo walk. So you're going to see all of the air defenses in this base are all in one quadrant. So this is like screaming to me, AQ charge this, kill all these ADs and bring dragons. This is the archetype that I was describing before. And when you see something like this, guys, these are the kind of plays you have to make. You have to realize, how do you exploit a base? What is the base weak to? Well, this is the weakness here. Anyways, I've dropped the king and bowlers. The queen took out the enemy king, and my queen is able to pound down the enemy queen. I was watching her very closely so her health bar would not drop too low. I was ready for that ability, but I'm quite experienced as a queen charger, queen walker, and I realized since she had no other point defense on her, she was going to be fine with the help of the healers. The bowlers and the king do trigger the CC. The CC comes out, and because the queen is in between the defending CC troops and the dragons, which I've deployed early. The CC, after it eliminates the king and these bowlers down here, which have already completed their job, which was to take this air defense and this air defense, they will come and attack the queen there instead of go and bother my dragons. So, heads up play there. Anyways, so the dragons are going to start progressing. She has a little bit of trouble getting across this jump spell because that witch just kept spawning skeletons. She doesn't quite make it over the jump before the defending CC comes over. So I'm kind of panicking right there. Luckily, I have the rage down to help power through that. One of the dragons is distracted by the CC, but it's going to be okay. She does make the jump, and that was the crucial part. She had to make the jump to get that last AD. Otherwise, we're going to have some major problems in this raid. The queen is now in the base. Notice I've used some baby dragons and a loon over here. Now watch what the loon is for. This was a cleanup attack, and I knew there was a seeking air mine on that archer tower, so I put a baby dragon there and then just snuck that little loon in to absorb that seeking air mine so that I could keep one of my dragons alive. Another good heads up play in terms of, how you clean up bases. And I'm just, trickling in a few more cleanup troops. I have a wizard, another loon to sort of do a little bit of tanking so these dragons can make it over and get these last few point defenses. Meanwhile, the queen has beat through that wall perfectly. That nice little channel, which was part of the plan, and she does take out the Expo and the Dark Spell Factory. Meanwhile, there's just this wizard tower left, and it's not going to stand up to 3 dragons, a baby dragon, and a wizard. It's just not going to make it. The queen gets through and actually beats them to it. Anyways, GG to me. Guys, base recognition, okay? Base recognition. Now let's look at number 19. This is Landlord hitting number 19 with a Shattered Lalo. And this is just an example, guys. People think that when you're doing, Golem Kill Squad attacks now that you're almost obligated to take bowlers in your CC. Now, this is an example of why, just to show you, you don't need to take bowlers in your CC. And what this is going to allow him is to take a CC Hound, which is going to be super, super tanky and produce more lava pups. And then in his camps, he can then in turn take more loons that he can surgically deploy around the base. So this is going to give him a little bit more control and power over his back end. So look at what this shattered entry gets him. He sends just the king, the 2 golems, and the queen, and they're going to go in there, get 1 AD. They have already taken out the first AD, so this is actually the second. And the king and the queen are going to end up walking in here. They're going to jump the wall there, hit the enemy queen in the face. The queen is down, and that was the purpose of the kill squad. The queen will get some additional value as she comes up here and clears a few more structures. I believe she's going to get this cannon too. And then you have to understand, guys, this is just the perfect amount of value for this kill squad, because if you pause it, look what is actually left. There's this nice runway of defenses for this Lalo to just sort of cruise counterclockwise around this base, trickling in loons to support the main pack. Let's keep going. Haste spells. Finally, that CC Lava Hound does come out, and it parks itself right on top of 2 air defenses, perfectly tanking, perfectly timed. But you know what? The Hound doesn't actually end up popping here. So this is actually, this is really great. That Lava Hound is tanking all the fire from those 2-point defenses. The Wizard Tower is going to lock onto those loons, but look what he's got. He's got a heal spell, and he's heading into 2 Wizard Towers and a small Tesla farm, and the heal spell will sustain everything right there. Beautiful Landlord, just zeroing in on these last few point defenses. Gorgeous 3-star. Meanwhile, the loons are cleaning up on the top side of the ring, corner archers for the huts, and then you have just, a wizard and some pups and a minion cleaning, going the opposite direction. Beautifully scouted attack, beautiful recognition of how much value he was going to get with that kill squad, what he really needed to get with that kill squad, and then after that, just the loon pathing was perfect, absolutely perfect. Next, we're going to move on to Ravendu Jazz hitting number 22. And he is bringing the Stoned Hobo, and I picked this because, oh my word, the entry that he gets, the value that he gets from his kill squad is just amazing. He's going to start off with a nice patient funnel, starting with some minions on the storages, a couple wizards on these bottom two storages, basically to speed those along, because he is going to be entering on this wizard tower and archer tower location here. He's just taking his time with his funnel. He doesn't have to drop those golems yet because they will start to get fried if he dropped them too early. He recognizes he doesn't need to drop them immediately. in order to absorb any tanking because those trash structures were out of range of any other defenses. So first jump goes down, and they are about to walk straight in. As soon as this wizard clears that wizard tower, this funnel is absolutely perfect. The queen, the king, and the bowlers are going to go right up in here. The poison is down, the second jump is down, and the rage is down. It's going to push everything forward very quickly. The queen is going to then in turn be able to rush up, but she goes out of the base. So this is kind of scary here. You know, usually when you have these heavy pushes and you devote all of your spells to your kill squad, you're depending on getting your queen in there with it. So he's got, look at where he's deployed his hogs, right? Over here at 9 o'clock. They're gonna get these defenses here and start sweeping up. He recognizes that he has to clear these defenses on this backside, otherwise this is not gonna work out. He still has the heal spell in the bag. He chooses not to use it because his queen did not go in, and he's got even more hogs over on this top right side that are gonna be helping out a heal spell to receive all of the hog riders coming in. Quite honestly, probably a little bit unnecessary to use the heal there because he had the queen coming up and he had so many hog riders that were still pretty healthy to take out that last remaining cannon. Meanwhile, he has unbroken golems, he has cleanup archers, he has his queen, he has several hog riders left over, and the corner hut over here will be the last thing to fall. Maybe, I think he forgot about that one, but we'll 4x it. Good job to Ravendu Jazz. Dude, I had to pick that raid because the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful value that he got from his kill squad push. Also recognizing that he didn't need to drop that heal spell on his kill squad because the queen did not go in and follow that huge beefy front line that she thrives on. Good job. Let's move on to the next one. The next one will be Sharky hitting number 23, and Sharky brings the Stoned Bow Baby. Now, I, for a long time, was a big proponent of this attack, and since sort of this anti-Lalo meta has sort of come into a lot of the defending clans' bases, I've sort of found myself drifting away from that in favor of other attacks. For example, like the Queen Charge, Mass Drag, but this base is totally vulnerable to this strategy. So just because it's not the quote meta attack right now, this is still beautifully used and perfectly utilized here. Just excellent scout and excellent base identification, base recognition. Test wall breaker does go down, finds that little small bomb, and the wall is open. The funnel is set, all the golems are going in, the king and the queen shortly, and then the bowlers behind. He's going to drop his first jump as the CC comes out and poison that down, and now the golems are way out in front. None of his damaged troops, none of his actually important troops are out in front. This king is taking a little bit of damage over on this left-hand side, but the rage and the heal are both down, and those bowlers are going to end up turning in just a moment, head in over the rage spell, over the heal spell, and join this party. The second rage spell is down to help force the king and the bowlers and those golems to break through the wall and attack this enemy queen, which is the last major threat to the back end of his attack, which is baby dragons. Notice how these exterior defenses that he's targeting, they're not even archer towers, and really wizard towers are not going to hurt baby dragons. They will just scratch them, just sort of bug them. But there's really nothing else in this base that is going to damage these babies. Other than air mines. He's just gonna slow roll in here. Even if his queen dies here, there's just no way. The only thing that could stop him at this point would be time, and there's no way he's gonna run out of time. Good job to Sharky. Great job. 2 unbroken golems out of the 3. Smashing attack. Absolutely smashing. Loved it, dude. Last up, to end our recap, will be Luke Bradley hitting number 29. Now, Luke Bradley has been on fire in our wars lately. I'm just super, super happy to see this. So this is an anti-Lalo layout. So what do you do to anti-Lalo bases? Well, this would be another stoned baby. So he's coming in on the bottom right side. He's going to be bringing 2 golems to start just to set this funnel, and the funnel creation here, where he is able to sneak these bowlers, is just absolutely beautiful. This is expertly funneled, very expertly funneled here, just gorgeously done. Look at the structures that go down, and look at the pathing set at the last moment for this bowler to go in. Once again, the queen does decide to take a hike, but it's okay. He's going to support that queen with a single hog rider just to help her get through those defenses. Look at the value that the kill squad gets. Look at this value. The rage, the heal, and the heal was actually cheated perfectly over to the left to keep these bowlers up as they are continuing to chuck rocks onto defenses. Look at the bounces that he's getting. Gorgeous. Oh my word. And look, we're up to 58, 57%, and he hasn't deployed the back end of his attack. Absolutely incredible, but now we got a problem. The CC has come out, and they are going to be destroying these golemites. And, you know, you've got a queen and you got a baby dragon right now. Luckily for him, he does have another poison spell to drop as the queen and the baby dragon both approach the enemy, our friendly queen, and the king is also poisoned. So the king is going to get smacked really, really hard right here as he is slowed way down, and there's really only one other threat here. So watch what he does to take care of this last air defense. He drops one wizard there to take out that mortar. The baby dragon is going to bite the dust here, but then watch what he does with the other wizard. He has to wait to drop that wizard because that cannon is just barely in range to defend that that air defense from this, you know, this scenario here. And one baby dragon does eat those 2 air mines. Beautiful, beautiful. He swags 2 babies and 4 archers at 3 o'clock. Good job to Luke Bradley. Oh man. So anyways, guys, this war has really sort of reinvigorated me and sort of got my hopes up again. You know, having an ugly start to the first 2 wars. It's not like the enemy clans blew us out. It's just not being able to quite close those wars. Really had me feeling, you know, kind of down. You know, we put a lot of time and a lot of effort, a lot of energy into making these wars, you know, work in our favor. And to come out in this 3rd week and actually pick up this victory, man, it makes me and a whole lot of the other guys extremely happy. Anyways, once again, shout out to Reddit Elephino. GG, well played, my friends. We hope to see you in the future. Anyways, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed the recap. Take care. See you later.